name's Milana.
And I am Laurie.
And we're at Messenger Boot Camp, and we just wanted to share our lunch outreach testimony. So at the very beginning, when we first got our food, Laurie felt like the Lord was highlighting one of the ladies who worked there. So we got an opportunity to talk with Laura.
Yes.
Do you want to share a little bit about that?
Sure. Just the Lord put a few things on my heart about her. When she was able to come over to the table, which we were grateful of. He wanted us to express that basically that he saw that she was doing a good job. She had actually worked her way up to a management role there, so we shared what we were asked, and then we did find out that she did have a relationship with Christ. And so we just asked her if we could pray for her and or her family. Yeah. We shared a little bit about our backgrounds, and there seemed to be a bit of a match with Laura and Milana as far as their ages and the things, college experiences and things like that. So, and we prayed for her.
And then we kind of finished our food, and we're still just praying, like, well, we have 30 minutes left, and Lord, what do you want us to do? And so I was a little anxious because we just kept sitting there, and Laurie is just completely fine and just, chilling out with the Spirit, just like, Lord, who do you have for us? And so just making conversation, there was this woman that sat down, and I was like, oh, nice tattoo, and she had a dragonfly on her arm, and she just kind of volunteered. She was like, yeah, I got it a while ago, and it's for my husband who passed away in 2009, and then she went off and got her food, and we just kind of felt like the Lord wanted us to speak with them. And so as we were leaving, they finished their food. We waited quite some time. We were very patient for these people. And we just got a chance to sit down. The woman had a little walker, and so she recently broke her hip, and we just wanted to pray for healing for her and just any pain that was there. So that's kind of how we led into the conversation, and I ended up asking the other woman with the tattoo if she would just share a little bit more about that and what had happened. And turns out her mom ended up passing away in April 6 years ago, and then in May 6 years ago her husband committed suicide. And so just kind of talking through that, and she just shared that there was a lot of depression, a lot of darkness, and so just being able to call her out of that, and that her identity was not in that darkness, but the Lord has called us to walk in light, and has brought life and not death. And so just sharing about those things. She's going to a church, but that the Lord would take her deeper into just deeper knowledge of Him.
Yeah, and he asked me to show her in the prayer time very specifically where he was at when her husband commits suicide. And I know that she found a picture in her head. He showed me that she found something, and that he wanted to make sure that she knew she wasn't alone. And then the other thing he asked me to show her too was that he has a purpose for her. And while she says she has a church, I got the sense that it's not something she is doing regularly. Mm-hmm. And so he wanted me to, I asked the question, Daddy, show her what purpose you have for her. Show her how you see her. And so he painted those pictures for her, obviously, because she came out with, she was in tears when we were finished and very grateful. And then the other thing he gave me was a motorcycle. And she said, no, I don't have a motorcycle. And then later on, towards the end of the conversation, she said, oh my gosh, the motorcycle. She said, I'm interested in a guy, and he is a lover of Jesus, and he has a motorcycle. So that was our outreach.
That was our outreach. That was fun.